everybody, welcome back to my channel. We closed my window so you can hear what I'm saying. This is something that I used to do when I first started my channel, because when I drive from client to client, I ponder. And I ponder very important issues. Like, most of the time it's something that I'm trying to improve about myself, and it's not really a meditation because I'm obviously paying attention to the road and I'm paying attention to driving and stuff, but I'm thinking through things. I consider it like a partial meditation, because what I'm doing is I'm getting to know myself better by thinking about what I do, why I do it, what I'm trying to improve. But as I think about it, I'm using lots of information that I picked up off of doctors like Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, Braden. These are like cutting edge. They're working on cutting edge research about the mind, and about even about your genes, and how, not your blue genes or your black genes, but your genes, how your thoughts and how you perceive the world around you, and what you think your opportunities are, and stuff like this. All these things, they turn off and on certain genes. So if you have a very stressful lifestyle and you're always worried about things, and you think that the world is against you, and every time you go somewhere somebody does something to you, and you know someone is always making your life miserable, then basically your environment is going to have a negative impact on your health and on your potential as an organism. Are you in a state where you can grow and you're healthy and you can reproduce, or are you in a state where things are shutting down and basically only what's important is turned on because you're in survival mode and you don't want to waste energy on things that aren't important for survival, right? This is basically fight or flight. Either you're in fight or flight or you're thriving. That's pretty much the options that you have. If you're not in fight or flight, then you're thriving. You're a part of nature. You're a natural thing. You have an immune system that works. You have a mind that works properly. You don't get sick, all these things. But if you're in fight or flight all the time, there are systems that get turned on when you're in fight or flight that help you to survive, like a fight, basically. If someone attacked you, or an animal attacked you, or you're in some situation where you need to have another gear that you don't normally use in regular life. You need a turbo button, or a extra, or a super button, or whatever that you can hit and takes you to another level of concentration, of basically makes you tougher instantly. So everyone has this, but if you don't use it properly, you'll wear it out, and then you can't use it because it's worn out, and your batteries are worn out. Some of you might know this as adrenal fatigue, and I'm pretty sure I experienced it a few years ago, after about a 10-year run of doing 7 days a week training with my clients. Any time of day you wanted to train, I was basically on call from the time my eyes opened till they went to sleep. But I wore myself out because I didn't balance myself out. So my fight or flight, I used it like crazy for a long time, but I finally found the end of it. And when I did, I felt run down. I felt tired. I was not motivated. I had not a good outlook, really. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, but thankfully it wasn't. So what got me out of it was my meditations, and my realizing that when I did the meditation, that it was something that I needed for a long time. It was almost like when you eat some type of food that's very healthy for you, but you never tried it before, and then you can't stop thinking about it after you had it. It's kind of like your brain, or your subconscious maybe, or some part of you realize the benefit of that, and it wants more. And that's what'll happen when you start meditating, or you do something that your body has has been needing to become balanced. So way I like to think of it is like you have a subconscious, right? Everyone knows they have a subconscious. You could think of your subconscious as like a little brother or a little sister. And this is just in the beginning. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I get to the end. But think of it like a little brother or a little sister that always wants to be included. And first of all, the reason why I think about this, and I want to go ahead and apologize to my sister for when I was a teenager and I was too busy to hang out with her. I love you, Nick. So think of it like your little brother or your little sister that wanted to hang out with you when you were a kid. When you were a kid too, but you were too busy hanging out with your friends and trying to be whatever you're trying to be to think about this other part of you that you weren't including. So when you include that part of you, then that part of you has some input, and it actually can help you, and it's a part of you that you weren't using. So now you have more ability than you had before, if you can include your subconscious in a good way. But the problem is that most of us, our subconscious has been programmed for us. So a lot of the things that are in our subconscious are not necessarily helpful to us. So most of the time we try to avoid our subconscious, and we try to only pay attention to our conscious mind, which is the mind that said, you know what, I should work out, or I should change my diet, or I should read a book, or I should get more sleep, or I should call my sister. So you don't pay attention to the subconscious part because you feel like the conscious part is the part that you have control over, so you want to use that part. And that makes sense. I understand that. But a better solution, in my opinion, would be to get your subconscious to be on the same page with you, so that if you do slip off into subconscious or unconscious thoughts, because nobody can stay in the conscious mind 100% of the day. Like the percentages that I've seen are about 70% of the day we're in fight or flight, and about 95 to 97% of the day we're in our subconscious programs. So only 3 to 5% of the day are we thinking about those conscious thoughts that we're going to use to change our life. But 5% of something, it can't do a whole lot compared to 95 or 97% of something. So if you can get your subconscious program correctly the way you want it, even when you slip off from your conscious thoughts of I'm going to eat this way, and I'm going to get this much sleep, and I'm going to work out, I'm going to do all these things, you slip into your subconscious. Well, guess what? Your subconscious is programmed now with those same things that your conscious was programmed with, because you didn't passively absorb the programming like you did when you were a kid. Now you're intentionally, with an intelligent mind and some experience, some life experience of knowing what's important to be in your subconscious and what's not important to be in your subconscious. Now you can go back in and you can reprogram that. And man, I don't know about you guys, but that's exciting as to me. I can't, if I sit and think about it, I just get more and more and more excited, because the opposite of that is that you don't have a choice. You have 5% of a choice, and that means you have to take 95% of whatever you get, and that is not going to work. You need to flip those numbers around. So Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, and they're all doctors. They're doctors of different things. But when you put their research, the three of those guys, when you put all their research together, you have everything that you need to take control of your life as much as you can. I know for a fact you don't have 100% of control of your life. I was underneath the Land Rover for a little while, and it was parked on my back, and believe me, it wasn't something that I asked for. Now, did I create it with my subconscious with the wrong programming? Maybe so, I'll give you that. But I did not intentionally say, today, please let me get run over by a Land Rover. I never said it, and I never thought it, but it happened. But the recovery from that is where I learned all of this stuff. It's where I actually learned what was important. I thought being physically strong was the most important thing, and that your mentality was only there to support you, to get you more physically strong. Now I realize that your mental strength and your spiritual strength is like, it's enormous. It's so much more important than your physical strength. It's where your physical strength comes from. So the idea, I believe, in my opinion, the idea is going to be mind, body, spirit to be more balanced. It's not everything is supporting your physical, and it's not that your physical is only supporting your mental. It's three legs of a stool, and if you got two legs on a stool, you're going to fall over. But three is enough. You don't need four, you only need three. And so the three important things, mind, body, and spirit, what do you say, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, right? It's the same. It's the same, right? It's the same. It's just different ways of looking at it and calling it something different. But what's important, the important thing is, don't get hung up on the idea of it. Don't get hung up on that I'm wearing my Jay's Line sweatshirt. Don't get hung up on any of that stuff. Get to the message. Listen to the words I'm saying. If you need to listen to the video again, get the doctor's names off the video. I'll include them in the description. Don't take it from me. Look at me as just one example, but go get the research from them, get the facts from them, get the way to do it from them. And then if you want somebody to practice it with, then come and join me and follow me and subscribe. And because it's so important that I don't leave it out. If I'm gonna tell you about a workout, I'm probably gonna tell you something about this too, because just trying to do a workout by itself is not the answer. A lot of people, they can't even get to the workout. They make too many excuses, and they let other people control what they do too much, that they don't even do it, even though they know that they should and they know it'll help them. So if that's you, if you can't figure out why you're not doing the things that you already know you should be doing, all you have to do is check these guys out: Braden, Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza. I promise you will not be disappointed if you're interested in this stuff. If you're not interested in it, maybe you're going to get distracted and you're going into your subconscious programming. You're going to start watching something crazy just for entertainment, which is fine. But does the entertainment improve your life, really? Or does it distract you from doing the things that will improve your life? All right, I'm going to stop there because this is getting kind of long, and it's time for me to eat, and I got to go inside and check on my girl Brownie. So leave a comment if you have a comment. If there's something that you have a question about, please leave the question. Please subscribe. If you subscribe and leave a comment of what type of workouts or what type of exercises you like, I'm going to make you a video. I already did one. I can do another one. That's what I do. All right, so I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's help everybody. Let's help our families. Let's help our friends. Let's help our enemies. If we help our enemies enough, then they'll probably be people that we like, and they won't be our enemies anymore. All right, so I'm rambling. All right, peace.